Welcome in to the Roll Tide Rewind. We appreciate you joining us today, whenever and wherever you may be listening. We appreciate it. Let's dive into Racin Delgatty. He's projected starter at center. I'll read the quote from Ryan Grubb in just a second, but Cal Poly transfer Racin Delgatty, same place Josh Cuevas started his college career. Racin Delgatty is a center, and he is getting a lot of love this spring, as the quote from Ryan Grubb. When asked about Alabama's offensive line, he revealed that Racin Delgatty is the current frontrunner at center. Quote, Racin Delgatty has been doing an awesome job at center. He's really taken the reins quickly, so I'm excited to see him out there. So for a guy who they hadn't even put pads on, comes from Cal Poly in January, early January, and we're now calling him the projected starter at center. That is great news to hear, I think, from Alabama fans, because there's a lot of up for grabs in this offensive line. We'll talk about the offensive line throughout the video. We're going to go over film mostly of Racin Delgatty, but we'll talk about the offensive line near the end probably. But about Racin Delgatty, 6'3", 301 pounds. This is an updated weight, I believe, as of like a few weeks ago. Started 11 games at center for Cal Poly in 2025. He was second team All Big Sky. He also started games the year before. The Big Sky is also a pretty good conference in the FCS. I know people don't really want to hear that. They just hear Big Sky and they think that he's not good. But Big Sky is a good conference in the FCS. Over 1,300 snaps at Cal Poly, 785 pass blocking snaps. He allowed 1 sack, 2 quarterback hits, 14 quarterback pressures. He allows a quarterback pressure about 2% of the time. So that's really, really good. That means 1 out of every 50 he's allowing a pressure. So you gotta tip your cap. This is a good find out of the portal. We'll know more about if it's a good find or not once the season starts. But as of right now, it's proven its worth. We'll show some run blocking in the video, but mostly Alabama is going to pass the ball. That's just the offense Ryan Grubb and Kalen DeBoer have. So it's nice to see a guy that they recruited is good at what they want it to be. So now we will dive in to Racin Delgatty's film, which is just going to be the highlight video on the Roll Tide Rewind YouTube channel. So be sure to check it out. But I'm going to go to the film right now. And here we are. Film is here. Racin Delgatty is a very aggressive player, and you're going to see that a lot in these clips. First clip here, pancakes the guy over. I will say the one problem that I could see about Racin Delgatty's film is he blocks for a little too long. So like him falling down right there, going over, I do feel like that probably can be called for personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct. So that's going to be the one thing to watch out for, but you like to see the aggressiveness. We'll go to this next play here. But yeah, aggressiveness is not something that Racin Delgatty lacks. So as you see there, like I was mentioning, blocking probably for a little too long. But like I said, it's nice to see the aggressiveness. He pushes that linebacker 5 or so yards back, and it's allowed the running back to cut up and get a few extra yardages there. But he gets a pull here, able to seal the nose guard off and push him down about 15 yards and pancakes him. But this is a very important block by Racin Delgatty here. Reaching that guy is no joke. That guard that knows that defensive tackle, looks like just from here he's lined up on top of the guard, which is a 2 technique. It is a hard ask for a center to reach a 2 technique. 1 technique, doable. Obviously, even a 0 technique, yeah, you should be able to reach 1 technique, but a 2 technique is hard. That's a lot of that's a big first step you have to take with that right foot, and that can knock you off balance. The guard is going to help with a double team here. The call is going to be a double team, so the guard can go up to the second level and Racin Delgatty be takeover. And it's a really good double team. The guard holds his own, gives Delgatty time, but that first step is key, and he is able to seal off the defender and push him downfield for a pancake of 10 yards. At Cal Poly, they did play Utah, so he does have FBS experience, and he had a really good game against Utah. Good quarterback draw, able to keep his hands inside and able to make a pancake on the defender here. In this clip, if you see a guy get flattened, it's by Racin Delgatty, not by anybody else. There he is again. Just the aggressiveness is... I do like to see that he's finishing blocks. He's not holding to his guy for a few seconds and just kind of throwing him off. He's holding on to his spots with a good seal here because that it just opens this big hole for the running back to go and make a play upfield. Now we're in the red zone here. Got a 3-4 technique from the defense here. See, this is what I was talking about of watching out for unsportsmanlike conducts. The touchdown's already happened, and he throws the guy out in the back of the end zone. So just watch out for that. But it's a good play here. He realizes he's not going to be able to reach this guy if that was their immediate plan, was to reach this defensive tackle, because he beat the guard to the edge. So he gets upfield and makes a block, and he's responsible for the touchdown, because if he doesn't get in front of this number 22 right here, the running back is probably going to be tackled at the 1 or the 2, but he's able to get upfield and make this block, and it's going to be a touchdown. So good play by Racin Delgatty, besides the ending there. Against Utah again, that's a great pool. You can tell Alabama focused a lot also on run blocking too with the aggressiveness, because they realized I think Kalen DeBoer and Ryan Grubb realized to be a successful offense, you got to have a respectable run game, which Alabama didn't even have a respectable run game. So great aggressiveness there again by Racin Delgatty. Another pull here. Great block. The guard kind of gets beat with this guy, but Racin Delgatty is able to drive him to the ground, prevent him from making a play. But for the offensive line, you're looking at Racin Delgatty at center. They're moving around a lot of pieces. Michael Carroll is being put at guard right now at right guard, and then Javen James at right tackle. Jackson Lloyd is left tackle. It looks like the 3 favorites to start are Racin Delgatty at center, Michael Carroll, whether it be a guard or tackle, and then Jackson Lloyd at left tackle. Left guard is up for grabs. Will Sanders isn't playing in the spring, and then right tackle is up for grabs if Michael Carroll's not at right tackle. But I like the new blood. I like we're trying something different. Yeah, a lot of the blocks that we've showed so far are of him knocking guys down at the first level, but also getting up to the second level, keeping your shoulder width apart, keeping your base, keeping your balance is key on a block like this. So Rambeck gets destroyed in the backfield, but Racin Delgatty does his job. And you can also see that he can long snap if it presents itself. Look at him get those shoulders width apart, good base, good balance, and he gets juked, but he still makes the tackle. This is just in the highlight video. I'm not really breaking this play down. It's just fun to watch. So this defense looks like they're bringing a blitz. You have 4 guys down. You have 2 middle linebackers walked up. This is a big confusion thing for a center, because you're seeing these guys walk up and you're thinking, okay, is this guy coming? This guy coming? What are they running another stunt? Like, what are they doing? A lot of stuff goes through a center's head. The center goes through a lot. A pre-snap is a lot on the center. But it's a pass block, and you see, this is what people like about Racin Delgatty is both these linebackers bail. So he's kind of sight sets on one of these linebackers, and none of them come. So then he, instead of sitting there, he just goes, okay, I'm going to go hit somebody. And that's what he does. So I like the mindset here. He goes, oh, they're not coming. Okay, I'm just going to go hit the guy that maybe ends up sacking the quarterback, so I prevent that from happening. It ends up being a touchdown. Yep. So I like that mentality. Racin Delgatty here. It's another pull. The guard's able to get off, and he's able to pancake his guy. So kind of similar to all the other plays that you've seen. Run blocking, good pulling technique, good double technique. Like I said, if you're seeing someone get flattened on these videos, it's probably Racin Delgatty. Got a few more clips here. Good seal, and he just keeps driving his legs. He's able to get him down. Another great seal there. That's the difference of like a 3rd and 1 being a 2-yard gain versus a negative 3-yard gain is a seal, just like Racin Delgatty did here. Because the tackle and guard does a pretty good job of sealing that end all the way down. All right, last play here. Gets up to the second level very well on an RPO. And the linebackers trying to get a penalty for a legal man downfield. You might be right, but that's RPOs for you. It's hard to officiate them. But yeah, that's a quick video on Racin Delgatty and his film, kind of breaking it down about what he offers to the table. I think he has potential. The video's title, does he have a potential to be an all SEC player? He absolutely does. If he's going to play like this, play aggressive with these defensive lines, I think he has all the tools in the world to be an all SEC player. I'm not asking him to be the Remington Award winner. He just needs to be serviceable. He needs to be a guy that we can count on, that's not going to allow sacks, not allow a lot of pressures, which, like I said, he allows pressures on 2% of his pass blocks, over 700 of them. So it's a really good thing to see. Be sure to check out my video on Yanze Pierre that I did. And then also coming out in the next day or two, we're going to do a Caleb Woodson, transfer from Virginia Tech, do a video on him, breaking down some of his film and what he can offer to the table. But until then, hope everyone has a great rest of their week, and roll Tide.